Okay, so this is the time of year that we have to get these enrollments in, guys. This is peak season. At the time of this recording, this is August. That where we're a few days away from September. So it's just back to school. And so if you are struggling with increasing your enrollment or you're having issues in that area, I'm going to give you 5 quick fixes to boost your childcare business enrollment. And we are going to dive right into those right now. So let me go ahead and pull up my notes. So you're going to see me kind of looking down, but that's because I'm looking at my notes. So the very first thing that you want to do is you need to assess your marketing channels data. Okay, so all the marketing channels that you have, you need to go in and assess those the data of that. So the troubleshooting that you're going to be doing is I need for you to go and review where and how you're marketing your childcare services. Okay, and then you want to be able to ask or think about, like, are you reaching your target audience, number one, and focus on optimizing your online presence, especially on social media and Google My Business. So that's the troubleshoot that we have to do. Okay. So I want you to think about your marketing channels as arms. Okay. And all of these little arms that you have, okay, this is your Instagram, this is your Facebook business page. If you're on TikTok, whatever marketing channels that you have, these are little arms. And these arms are going to basically direct everyone back to your services, to your childcare business, most likely to your website. So what we've got to do is we need to go and I need for you to review those, and we need to see what is actually working and what's not. Okay. And so I always tell people, if one channel is not serving you in any kind of way, well, I'm not going to say don't have it, but maybe we need to double down on the channel that is serving, and then just kind of still have a presence on the other channel. But I'm just going to be honest with you, the best places to be right now, in my personal opinion, is going to be on Instagram and Facebook. TikTok is, if it's working for you, by all means, go, feel free to use TikTok. I'm not a TikTok person. I go on there every so often. And I know it's really, really big, but I'm just wondering, for a childcare business, I just don't know how effective that is. So that's beyond me. What I will tell you is that no matter what channel you're on, the data will tell you what's effective for your childcare business. Okay. Because it's going to be different for everybody. Now, here is what you need to go in and fix. Okay. You need to fix your social media post. If you're not posting, you need to fix it. Start posting. Okay. If you are posting and let's say that, you're not getting the engagement or things like that, because at the end of the day, your social media, all it is for is to drive traffic back to where? Your website. And when they get to your website, then we need to drive them into where? Giving you some information so they can book a tour, okay, or call you up. So, so go in and make sure that you do have a presence on social media, and make sure you're optimizing that. Let's make sure that you're posting, on a consistent basis. It doesn't have to be every day, but you need to have a schedule and stick with that. Now, I do have a course that goes over still my social media marketing calendar. I am going to make sure to link that at the end, and that will really help you dive deeper. Not a course, I'm sorry, it's a YouTube video. It's a free YouTube video, but that's going to help you dive deeper into social media and all the things. Okay. All right. So here's what you're going to fix. Update your website with clear call to actions. Okay. What does that mean? Well, what do you want me to do when I get to your website? Do you want me to call you up? Do you want me to book a tour? Do you want my information? What do you want from me? Okay. So our call to actions need to be very, very clear. You want to create engaging content on social media and ensure that your business is listed on local directories. So you need to be on Google. Okay. If I go in and I Google childcare, whatever, or childcare services in your area, and you don't come up, you're not in at least the top 10. Okay. Then we need to also go in and fix that. Okay. So the first thing is to assess your marketing channels, the data of that. Okay. Which means that, like, when we're talking about data, when you're posting on social media, you need to go to the dashboard and look to see what posts are performing well, which ones aren't, and all the things. Okay. So we're talking about looking behind the back end of things and looking at the numbers. Okay. There's data everywhere. Your website, again, where's the data for the website? Well, if you have visitors on the website, right? Well, first of all, you need to even know where do I go look to even see how many visitors is on my website. Okay. So, but nonetheless, and I don't want to get too deep with it. Maybe I'll do some videos on like how to really get deep into all that. But assess your marketing channels data. Okay. Number 2, refine your unique selling proposition. Okay. Refine your unique selling proposition. Now, before I hop into that one, I want to make sure I introduce myself. So just in case anybody is new to me really quick, my name is Ashley Benz. I am the founder and creator of Childcare Business Executive Tools, also ECEBusinessPartners.com. I have actually been doing this for 20 years. So I actually owned, operated, ran, and directed my own childcare business for 10 years. I have now been consulting here online for 9-10 years now. And of course, if you're here on the channel, I have subscribers here. We're at almost 22,000, maybe 23,000 subscribers. So I know a little bit about enrollment and how to increase that, because I had issues with enrollment. And my problems was that I just didn't know how to market. Like, I was not good at marketing. I was not good at selling my program. I was sure not good at talking about the value of it. Like, I just was not good at that at all. And back when I started, it was all about grassroots marketing. So we're talking about business cards and flyers and things like that. That stuff does not work today. So I'm going to let you know right up front. Just really honestly, I would tell anyone, do not pay any money on some business cards, and do not pay any money on anything that's really grassroots, because it's really not effective now. Where is everybody at? Everybody's on social media. So really, what you're really doing is what I do right now, which is digital marketing. Okay. That's really the business that I'm in right now. My business model, this online coaching program with my online coaching, consulting, and all the things I do here with YouTube and all that, it's really digital marketing. So I'm teaching you what I'm teaching you right now is all of my knowledge on how to grab people in and get an audience. Okay. And get, in your case, you want to get your community, you want to get them as an audience to your business. So anyway, I could really go into all that, but I'm not going to bore you. Nonetheless, just want to introduce myself if you're new. Okay, let's go into, where was I at? The second one. So this is to refine your unique selling proposition, which is also known as your USP. Now, what you want to do with your newest USP, okay? And what is a USP? Well, it is what makes you unique, right? It is your unique selling proposition, okay? It is what you are offering to the community, and what is your proposition that you're offering. So, are you clearly communicating what makes you and your childcare services stand out? Because guess what? If parents can't see that value, they're not going to enroll. Okay. They're just not going to enroll. So what does that mean? Well, here's what that means. I need for you to not just only say that you offer breakfast, lunch, afternoon snack. We teach your children. We have activities for them throughout the day. Okay. That is not going to give potential families any kind of value. Why? Because everybody's saying that. So you're going to have to say more than what everybody else is saying if you want to stand out. Okay. So your unique selling proposition has to make you stand out. And I always recommend for everyone to have 10. There needs to be 10 things that you can list to say, this is why we're different. This is what makes us different. Here's why we stand out, and here is why you should be choosing us over everyone else. Okay. So, what you want to do to fix this is to, number one, if you don't have a unique selling proposition, you want to get one. Then what you want to do is you want to highlight your center's strengths, such as a specialized curriculum. So if you offer activities, what makes them special or whatever? It needs to be something that's just different. Okay. And then whether it is flexible hours, I mean, that's if you offer flexible hours, then we need to make that appealing to the people that need the flexible hours, or any kind of unique programs that you have. Okay. So you just want to ensure that this message is consistent across all the marketing materials. So what I'm going to tell you is that it's going to feel like you're saying the same thing over and over and over again, in which you should be. Okay. Once you get your unique selling proposition down, then that's going to be, needs to be consistent across all marketing channels. All right. So refine your USP. That is going to be a fix that you need to go in and check. Okay. So the third one is to evaluate your tour and enrollment process. Okay. So what this means is that, because here's what's happening here. Okay. When we're talking about trying to increase enrollment, here's what you're not seeing. If you're struggling with this, here's what you're not seeing. You're not understanding that there is what we call in marketing, it's a funnel. Okay. It's a marketing funnel. And what this means is that you have a top of the funnel and you've got the bottom of the funnel. Okay. And what's happening is that if someone is getting to the bottom of the funnel and they're not enrolling, there's some issues. Okay. Or, some of it might be that maybe we're not getting people at the top of the funnel. Right. So what I want you to look at, I want you to look at your enrollment as a funnel, and I need for you to find out what part of that little funnel needs tweaking, needs fixing. It's like a little machine. So right now, I'm helping you go in and be a mechanic of your marketing funnel so we can find out what is it that needs to be tweaked. It could just simply be something that just needs to be a little bit tightened up just real quick. That would fix it, right? So when it comes to your tour and enrollment process, again, is your enrollment process smooth and straightforward? Okay. Is your tour process, are we giving families an experience? Because that's what everybody's wanting nowadays. Okay. Everybody wants an experience. So what type of experience are you giving them? Okay. How are you customizing the tour for them and their needs? And then if they decide to enroll, is your enrollment process, is it complicated? Can they go online and enroll? Is it paper? What are they doing? Okay. Because let me just say this. If you are not, there's a quote that I love, and I would always use this with my staff all the time when when I was training them on tours and, how when a family comes in their classroom, what needs to happen. So someone may not remember what you said, right? Y'all know where I'm going with this, but they are going to remember how you made them feel. So when we're talking about a tour and enrollment process, it really is about the experience. Okay. And the experience cannot be complicated. Okay. So here's what you need to do. You need to simplify your, at least for the tour, you need to, what I'm going to say for your tours, you need to increase experience. And for the enrollment process, we want to simplify the enrollment process. So your forms, you want to offer some online options to do that, which I really would just say, just do online, period. And then ensure timely follow-ups with prospective parents. So there's a lot of things we can do there. Okay. The fourth fix to boost your childcare business enrollment is to enhance parent communication. Now, I know what everybody's thinking. Ashley, I have the app. My families can go on and they can, I've got the app and they can see what their child's doing. And, that right there is not a problem for me. But let me just tell you this. Okay. What I am talking about here in this case, since we're talking about boosting your enrollment, I am talking about, when I talk about parent communication, is beyond that. Okay. So what we want to be, first of all, let's ask a question. What should you be communicating? Well, that depends on what stage of the funnel that the family is in. If they're an inquiry, right? If they have reached out and they're just interested, well, we need to be communicating and educating them on what your philosophy is. You need to be educating and communicating with them on, what you do, what your mission and values are, all those things, right? This is where you're bringing them into your world. So communication is different at every stage that a family comes into. Now, if it's a current family, that's a different conversation we're having, right? If they have just booked a tour, that's a different conversation. If they booked the tour and then they completed a tour, that's a whole different conversation. So effective communication goes beyond the apps that everybody's brains go into. Okay. That is a part of the effective communication, but that's not all of it. So are you effectively communicating with potential and current parents? Okay. Remember, it says here potential, right? That means different conversation for potential parents and different conversations for current families. Because again, we already know lack of communication definitely can lead to lost enrollments. Okay. So what I want you to do, I need for you to really think about what you are communicating at what stage. Okay. And so you need to have ways that you are, implementing regular updates through newsletters, social media, open house events, and ensure that parents feel informed and involved. And that is the key. Okay. That's the key right there. Okay. You need to make parents feel connected to you. Connected. That's the key. Once you get somebody connected, we're good. They're enrolling with you. Okay. And it's honestly, what I'm doing right now with you. I am spending time with you here through this video, connecting with you about your enrollment, right? And so, I think that is something that is, so for me, it comes natural to me to connect with people. I am from the South. I'm here in Kentucky, born and raised. For me, it just really goes back to that Southern hospitality. And so a lot of times we think about that when we're talking about like somebody coming into our home or things like that. But even if somebody is visiting your website, even if they are on the phone with you inquiring about something, even if they are looking on your social media, you've got to connect with these people. Okay. And so it really is, you can take that Southern hospitality and you can spread that everywhere, right? Everywhere, just beyond them coming in and meeting you. But the key here is connection. And I want to go back to that USP, because one of the ways that you're really going to connect with people is you're going to go beyond the basics. And what I mean by that is that every one of you should have like a mission. And I'm trying to think of a company that is really good about this. Oh goodness, let me think of one really quick, because I really want to give you a really good example of a company that really has a great like mission behind it and what they do. Okay, one just popped in my head, so I'm going to use them. So, and I don't know if you have one or not, but we have there is a sub place called Firehouse Subs. So Firehouse Subs, from my understanding, if I remember correctly, It is I think the owners are like firemen, and they created this sub sandwich restaurant, right? And so or not all of the money, but some of the proceeds or some of the sales that they make goes back to something. And if you go and kind of read the story about the Firehouse Subs, it really, like, there's a mission behind it, right? And so that's what you want. Another brand that I love. Okay, this is for my ladies here. But oh goodness, what is her name? Oh, Tracy Ellis Ross. So her brand Patterns, like if you go and look at her website, um, the mission that she has for Patterns is just like it connects. It connected me, right? So that's what I'm talking about when we're talking about the US, at least that USP, and just making that connection. You've got to get your families understanding your why behind why you're doing this, okay? Because once they understand what you're doing and why, and they can see the vision, that is going to, hands down, that is going to get them to say yes. Okay. All right. So, really quick, if you're loving this video, I need for you to go on. I need for you to go ahead. You know what I'm going to ask you to do, but I need for you to subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and give this video a like. Go ahead and hit that notification bell so that you are notified. Listen, when I post up my videos, you need to see me pop up in your phone on those notifications, right? The one where you scroll down on that phone on that top, right? And you can see I need to be there. Okay. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I want to say the last time I looked, about like 80% of viewers that watch are not subscribed to the channel. So please subscribe. Like if 80% of y'all would subscribe right now, I'm at 23,000. That would take me up to what? I don't know, 40,000 if I'm doing math right. Okay. Way more than that. So anyway, y'all know what YouTube wants. And YouTube wants you to subscribe, and I want you to subscribe, and I want you to hit the little bell so that you're notified, and I want you to like this video. Okay, so we can share this out, get this out, because this is really needed. This topic is really needed, and the reason why is because this is the blood of a childcare business. This is what keeps it going. Is these students and families that's enrolling with you. So if you're not able to do that, and other people aren't able to do that, we can't have quality care. And the reason why is because, quality comes from funds, right? Quality comes from revenue. So we need to have these enrollments coming in so that you can offer that quality childcare services that you have envisioned within within your community. Okay, so let me go back to, I think we were on the fourth one, right? Okay, so the fourth thing that we need to do, or the fifth thing, is now you want to go in and review your pricing and offer incentives. So the one thing that you have got to get really good at if you're going to increase your enrollment and maintain your enrollment is that you got to have the right pricing. Okay, that's the first thing. But with that, you also have to have the right, you have to be able to clearly communicate the value, because if what your tuition rate is does not, if the value is not perceived there, families are not going to enroll. Okay. So is your pricing, number one, is it competitive? And do you offer any incentives? So I highly recommend, for a new family coming in, a new enrollment, offer them some sort of incentive. But what I will say is that, again, high cost without perceived value or lack of promotions can deter enrollment. Now, I'm going to say this. If your costs are high and you've got the right perceived value without any incentives, families will still enroll. Okay. The point here is that what you're charging has to match what you offer. And if you cannot clearly communicate that, convey that, and show that, okay, everywhere, program tours, websites, social media, if that value is not there, they're not coming. Okay. They're not coming. So review your pricing strategy to ensure it is competitive. Okay. And also make sure that your value is very clear. Okay. So that's one of the things I did have issues with. Like whenever I was doing my facility tours and things like that, was well, I'm not going to say I had issues with the value aspect of it, but I think for me, I had problems charging higher rates, right? So like, I knew that I need to like increase my prices or charge more than what I was, and I just had a problem with that, and I don't know what it was. But I'm going to say what I'm going to say this, it was mainly in what we call imposter syndrome, right? So it's an imposter syndrome when you know you should be charging more, but you're not. And what you're saying to yourself is that, well, my childcare, it's not, it's not worth it. Right. I don't want to charge too much because nobody's going to come, or, the center down the street, they charge a little bit lower. And so I don't want to, it's almost like you don't want to ruffle the feathers. Let me tell you this. Okay. When you have the right value, there is no feathers to ruffle. Okay. Because let me just say this, people and families can see your value when you have it and you can clearly communicate that with them. Okay. These people are not dumb. Okay. They know when you are very sincere about what you're doing, they can see genuineness. Right. So charge the prices, get them as high as they need to be so that you can be profitable. And when we are able to be profitable, this is what happens, is that we're able to do what? Offer quality. Okay. Because quality costs. Quality is going to cost something, right? Quality is always higher than not quality. Okay. So be okay with that. Get okay with that. Be okay with that. And understand that yes, what I am offering here is worth the tuition. Actually, it's more than worth that. But there is a market that I have to stay within. Okay. So I hope that helps you or helps anyone that's maybe dealing with that whole thing. It's just imposter syndrome. And you just got to just tell yourself that you know what you're doing. Okay. And sorry, I thought my phone was getting ready to go off. But you know what you're doing, and you know what you have to offer. Okay, so those are the 5 fixes to boost your childcare enrollment. Okay, and so if you are someone that is new to this, you want to go ahead and have this set up way before you even open your doors. And if you're already in business, you want to go ahead and look at these things. Now, here is some resources that I want you to grab so that you can really dive deeper into this. Now, the first thing that I've got for you is I'm going to actually, so I went ahead and created like a little PDF or a download for you to be able to access. So let me show you what that looks like. You are going to, let me go ahead and share my screen really quickly. Okay. So what I have done for you is I have put this all in this nice little pretty little PDF. Okay. So go here if you want to download that PDF. And again, everything that I mentioned here is going to be here. You're going to have the troubleshooting, everything I said with the fix. And so, when you come here, just, give me your name and email address and all that good stuff. And then we will get this right over to you. So that's the one thing that I want you to grab a hold of. The other thing, the other resource that I'm going to highly, highly recommend for you to access and get your hands on is going to be my automated marketing effortless childcare enrollment course. Okay. Now, let me get us over there. I'm going to show you what this course looks like and all the things, but I'm going to tell you right up front, if you do not have something that is going to allow you to have an actual funnel, then you're always going to have issues with enrollment. And for me, I don't know, I felt like that having to dig into things like this for me was intimidating because I just didn't know what I was doing, didn't know what I was looking for, or anything like that. But if you don't have something that's going to help you piece all this together, um, excuse me, then you will always struggle with enrollment. So let me show you. Let's hop over here really quick. And so this is going to be my yes, the automated marketing effortless childcare enrollment course. Okay, so there is, when you land on the page, you do get access to a limited time offer for $100 off. So you will see that up there when that timer ends, and that offer does go away. But what I'm going to say is that increased enrollment does not happen by accident. And I think that was me. Like, I was just saying, okay, I've got this amazing childcare business, and so these people are going to come, and that wasn't the truth. So it's not by accident either that you have low enrollments or that you're dealing with that. Okay, that's not by accident either. What it is that you just don't have a system in place, and so sometimes it literally just takes a few simple tweaks for the enrollment floodgates to open up. Okay, and so in this course is where we kind of I take you under the hood so you can really dig into your enrollment funnel that you have, because whether you like it or not, you've got a funnel, and it's either one that's working or it's one that's not. And so this takes you under the hood. So this is going to really help you streamline your marketing efforts and then boost that your childcare center enrollment with minimal effort. It is going to and so the main thing here is that, the minimal effort, okay? Because it shouldn't be like, hard. It's not hard once you figure out what you're doing. And so I'm going to actually, in the course, I'm going to teach you how to position your childcare business in the marketplace. I'm going to create a high converting tour. I'm going to teach you how to create a high converting tour and enrollment process. My tour conversion rate, you guys, was 95%. And I'm going to show you what I did to get that. So what that means is that 95% of families that came into our door enrolled with us. And I will never forget this. I had a mom who, a family, and, I did the tour and all the things. They left, and I noticed they were sitting in the parking lot. I was like, what are they doing? And so anyway, do you not know, they came right back up the door. They was like, we're ready. We are going to enroll. We don't need to see anything else. That's what you want. And so in this course, I actually show you how to do that. You are going to learn how to position yourself in the marketplace. Okay. This is where that USP comes into play, because one of the things that you do have to understand is, if you are going to be unique and stand out, you've got to know then how to position your uniqueness in the marketplace. This is branding. Okay. Create your tour and enrollment process, which I just went over. Tours that sell. It's a module in there that is amazing. So I'm going to show you how to do these tours that sell, that does convert into those high converting tours. You're also going to use, I'm going to show you my recommended online enrollment software, which is something that I highly recommend. How to use phone scripts. So this one is, oh my goodness, this right here is another thing in your marketing efforts that needs to be looked at as well. And so I'm going to give you access to my phone scripts. You'll be able to download those and master the art of effective communication with prospective families. Because guys, listen, whether you like it or not, you are selling. So you got to know how to get on the phone when somebody's calling and inquiring, and we got to know how to, get them into your world and want them to know more about you. Setting up your CRM system. This is another thing that if you do not have your enrollment, you will always have issues with enrollment. Okay. So you're going to learn what a CRM system is and how to use it to manage your leads that come in. You're also going to get access to my 15-day email marketing campaign templates. Now, what these do is that you can plug these in, and this is going to help you automate your follow-ups with proven email sequences. What this does, it is going to help you get tours to come in. Okay. These are proven, they work, the language in it works, all of it works. Okay. This is exactly what I use. You're going to get access to that. I also have bonus trainings as well. One of them is Turn Your Staff into Brand Ambassadors, one of my favorite trainings, which empowers your team to support your marketing efforts. And then the other one is my CEO Daily Calendar System training, which is where I show you how to pretty much set your day up like a CEO. Everybody should be using the calendar, and just so that you know what you should be doing. Okay, you're going to get access to 8 lessons. It's got the step-by-step video trainings there. I've got the templates for you. I'm going to give you setup recommendations for seamless online enrollment, the CRM implementation guide, and then your CEO training videos. Okay, again, this is I'm going to highly recommend for you to grab this. And if you get this, you are not going to have any issues with enrollment again, because you're looking at it in the way that you should be, and you're setting things up appropriately. So, okay. Also, as I end this video, I am going to also leave, I said that earlier, but it's a YouTube video about my, what was it? The still my social media marketing calendar. So there's there. And then also, if you're just starting, my 29-page planner is something that you do also want to grab as well. So I'll leave that in the description. So everything is down below. And I feel like that's all that you need right now to be able to boost your enrollment. So if you do have any questions on this, feel free to leave those in the comments, guys. I am usually in the comments within 24 hours after I post the video. So I'm really active down there. But nonetheless, just leave any comments that you have, any questions or whatever. And, I'll be more than happy to get those answers. So I hope this is really helpful to you. I hope that my main goal with this video is to really help you understand and to look at your marketing as a funnel, and not look at it like, I need 5 children. How do I do that? Because the thing that you want to have is, you want to have longevity with the marketing. You want to be able to set something up, and then all you do is maintain it. And so I know that a lot of the advice that's given around this time of the year is to, and of course, we're at the time of this recording, we're in August, but a lot of advice that's giving is like, oh, well, hold an open house, do that. And that's great. And yes, I want you to hold an open house, but what I want you to do is, let's hold an open house and let's make sure that you have a USP. Let's make sure that you're able to articulate the value that your childcare business is offering. Let's make sure that you are clear and that you have clear and effective communication, because we can hold an open house. I can hold open houses every single month. But if I'm not able to be clear and be able to be properly positioned in the marketplace, the house is going to be open, and when they leave, nobody's coming. And eventually the house is going to be closed. Okay. So I'm getting really, okay. Okay. That is my cue, you guys. It is time for me to cut this video off. But I think you get the point what I'm saying. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you've got to have this back end stuff set up, because a lot of people will hold the open houses and they're wondering, how come nobody enrolled? Or, number one, you got to even know how to get people in the open house. So, okay, I'm done. I am done. I gave you the resources, y'all. Go grab the free PDF where I have the steps ready, outlined for you. I've done prettied it up for you, made it into a pretty little document. And then also highly, highly, highly recommend for you go and grab my automated marketing course. Okay. I will see you in the next one. And I really want to hear more about how you have been able to increase your enrollment just following these tips. All right. Thank you so much. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye.